Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 10, Disaster Management, Standard 7, Science. Students, even the memories of the disaster that has happened in the past give us a fright. We have heard about disasters such as cloudburst and heavy flooding in Mumbai, earthquakes in Bhuj and Khillari, and tsunami hitting the coast of India. Last year we have learned about natural disasters such as fires, forest fires, earthquake and floods, and as well as man-made disasters. From whatever you have learned, can you classify disasters such as lightning strike or water scarcity? So, this year we will understand more about disasters. Are these disasters related to us in any way? What should be our role during disasters? What do you think? A few of such disasters can be avoided. However, for other disasters, we need to take care. In this video, we will learn about how disasters are linked to us and what we can do during such disasters. Among the various natural disasters, the one that occurs more frequently is drought. Due to scarcity of water, the farming gets reduces and crops get affected, and this causes food shortages. In turn, it leads to famine conditions. Famine are classified as mild famine or acute famine. Famine means shortage of food. But here famine is caused due to shortage of rainfall, and that's why the production of food becomes low. It can also be caused due to human factors. Certain activities which are carried out by humans can result into famine. In 2013, Maharashtra state faced a famine of acute condition. Entire state got affected by it. In the past too, there were situations like famine and scarcity of water, that is drought. However, to overcome such situations, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj implemented various plans that involve storage and supply of water. In Aurangabad, Malik Ambar constructed special canals for potable water. Those canals are existed today also. Famine is caused by various factors: changes in temperature, thunderstorm, cold air, fog, environmental changes and crops disease that affects the crop yields. All these factors leads to shortage of food grains. Many record of famine has been found in the past all over the world. However, the most acute famine has happened in India and China. In the recent time, we have seen the steep rise in the population, which leads to high water demand. This has resulted into imbalance and it has turned into water shortage. Increasing population leads to limitless use of water. You must have heard about the Green Revolution. The aim of the Green Revolution was to increase the harvest of food grains. So, the Green Revolution was successful in increasing the production of the food. However, the chemical fertilizers, germicides and insecticides that were used caused a negative impact on the environment, and that has also led to reduce in the fertility of soil. So students, let us understand the steps that need to be taken to reduce the severity of famine, and also let our families know about it. By knowing the amount of water consumption at home, we will be able to identify the exact amount of water supply required. Water used in the households for daily chores can be reused to water the gardens. Industrial wastewater should be retreated and reused. Rainwater can also be harvested. Rainwater can be utilized to recharge the groundwater. All such measures should be implemented. Considering the area where you live in, maximum amount of groundwater can be recharged. Planting trees and cutting excessive trees is a very effective solution for the same. It is important to study the climatic changes over time and accordingly select the right crops to be harvested in that area. This year we have experienced heavy rains from June to October. There were cloud bursts at few places which causes torrential rains. Sometimes the water droplets from the cloud do not reach the ground in the form of rain. Instead, higher temperature of the ground convert these droplets into water vapor and the water is then taken back in the cloud. This results in the increase in the concentration of water vapor in that cloud and results into the rainfall of 100 mm per hour or more in a certain area. This is called as cloudburst. Cloudburst is one form of natural disaster. Here are some examples of the cities and states which has experienced cloudburst in the past. 6th of August 2010 in Leh Ladakh, 2013 Uttarakhand, 26th July 2005 in Mumbai, on 26 September 2019 in Pune. Among these examples, the intensity of cloudburst in Uttarakhand was unusually high and it led to considerable loss of human lives. Flood is another example of natural disasters. In India, many rivers experience floods in the rainy season. Sometimes the intensity of flood is very severe and causes great destruction. In 1976, Government of India established Natural Flood Commission to manage the flood control. Through this commission, necessary steps are taken to control the flooding and it is controlled right from the village to the national level. Under this, several measures are taken for severe flooding. Some of the measures includes building small dams in hilly areas, creating man-made ponds or talao, artificial straightening of river courses, afforestation, linking rivers